Hello. So today I have a Terran versus Zerg build breakdown, and we're going to be looking at it's a 1-1-1, not a 2-1-1, nothing too fancy. And actually, it is quite fancy, or it's not fancy, but it's intermediate, I guess you could say. It's not anything I would recommend for any diamond Terran to learn. There's a few steps that kind of go down, and basically it all kind of falls into one, right? Timings. Anyways, there's a lot to grow into, and this is kind of a foundation build that if you want to get to that next level, I think it can actually help you quite a bit. Anyways, I'm sure you've all seen the BlizzCon Hellbat push that they did in BlizzCon. Right? They'd have like 6 Hellbats and then go attack the third base, while they'll send a Liberator to the main and get some drone kills. So this is actually pretty similar. Instead of doing Hellbats, it's just Hellions, and I simply follow that up with a 16 drop with Stim, so not going into Mech. Mech is satanic spawn. Does not deserve to be on this earth at all. Don't play Mech. Also, I haven't made a video in probably about a month. I did get sick over Christmas. It's not a proper Christmas unless everyone in your family vomits at least one time. Anyways, let's speed this up. So it's a Reaper expand, and you take gas, depot, and then factory. And you have to do this in this specific order. I know this is obvious for probably most of you, but for anyone that's just learning the game, these things aren't really explained on like streams. They just don't really go through them. Alright, like I said, gas, depot, factory, and then you make a reactor on your barracks, because basically a reactor and a factory have almost identical build times, so they'll finish up at the same time, which you can lift the factory, put it on the reactor, make some fast Hellions. It just works out. It's a timing of sorts. And yeah, just be annoying with your Reaper. Any damage is good damage. And you'll see in a second what I mean by that. So I killed 3 Zerglings, right? 3 Lings. Which means that he can't overpower me on his third base, and he's forced to take the undesirable other third base. Alright, he doesn't like to do that. The Zergers don't like to do that. They like to take there. This one because it's easier to defend. I actually kill this one later on because it's out of position. Now he goes for fastlings. He is lower masters, so you know they can be a bit aggressive. I'm not gonna lie, he definitely outplayed me there. You know, it's another human player. They're gonna, you know, edge it out sometimes. Okay, and sorry. Back to the build. Now, as soon as your factory finishes, you make a starport because you want to build a Liberator, which I already have already on its way, and Hellions. Now usually I would have 6 Hellions when I make my push, but he actually kills 4 of them, so I'm just going to move out with 4, which you'll see here in a second. And I go to 3 barracks. I'm going to add an additional 2 barracks on, because 5 barracks is about as many units that you can produce out of 2 bases, because I'm going to 2 base all in. If you want to be pro, you can take a, you can take a third if you want to. I just like to end it as it is. So this is the first push. It's actually pretty strong, and even though he did outplay me with those Lings, right? He's got a bunch of drones here and not much to defend, which is actually might look like it's lucky, but it's quite common. It's not even 5 minutes, right? He might not be expecting this odd timing. So it's quite effective. This Liberator has killed 18 drones have died. Right, this Liberator killed 8. The Hellions killed quite a few themselves. Okay, so that's kind of a pretty strong attack. Also forced mining time loss. And this might be about of a reactionary. He might have made too many lings. He might have thought it was Hellbats, in which case he would need more lings. Right, who knows? Anyways, he gets in again. And like I said, I'm building 5 barracks, because that's how many you can produce. About the maximum units you can produce out of 2 bases. Also, 2 NG Bay is there. If they scout the 2 NG Bay, it's an all-in. So 2 NG Bay is basically as all-in as you can get on 2 bases. A better build might actually be a 3rd base, especially since that did so much damage. But you know, you can just end the game. If you do damage with that early push, like early timing, you can actually just end the game. And this is the same Liberator from before, still finding use. It's important to save it. Okay, now like I said in the beginning, I do that Hellion Liberator attack, and then I follow that up with a delayed 16 drops. This is 14 drop, but we did have a few hiccups on the way. Every game is bound to have a few hiccups. So I move in with these. Alright, while doing a Liberator attack. Now having this Liberator is quite important, and basically why this build works so good is because it gives you the tools you need. Right? I've attacked with Hellions. The Liberator has attacked like 3 times each of the bases actually, and the 16 drop. The reason why the builds are important is because if you think that you're a smart player, and if you think that you can micro properly, right, you're gonna need a good build to back that up, to give you the tools, right, to actually give you the power to do what you think you actually can. So this build, I think, is pretty good in that sense. It gives you the Hellions early on, the Liberator, and now a 16 drop. The 16 drop is pretty much the epitome of micro potential. And once the game's over at this point, there's no question about it. Alright, and then a simple move across. Alright, after killing so many drones, 34 drones, even had a few successful run-bys. Alright, but the build is just powers through. He made a few tech labs. Oops. I thought he might be going roaches because I did see his roach den. Alright, it's not too big of a deal, but you know, if they do go roaches, obviously Marauders are a hard counter. And there's nothing he can do at this point. Now, I'm not gonna lie, splitting against this is too easy because he's got no creep, he's got no bane speed, and his army is actually quite low. So I'm not gonna act like I was pro or anything with the splits, although it did look kind of cool. Yeah, and there it is, GG. Now, it all happened because of the, killing those early drones without the Liberator swinging around, the 16 drop kind of finishing the job on the hatchery. Right? This build it gives you the tools that you need, and I know it's quite a complex build, so I'm gonna leave a replay in the description for anyone that wants to check it out further. But basically, it's that 6 Hellions, right? Unless you get delayed like I did, and it'd only be 4, or who knows. So 6 Hellions and a Liberator is your standard push that you kind of get. From there, around 7 minutes, you'll have a 16 drop. And after that, you can simply 2-base all in like I am, or if you have a bit more self-control, you can take a 3rd base. Both options are good. Either way, I hope you like the game breakdown. Hope it helped anyone that you know, improve their experience of the game. And if you like, thank you for watching to the end. Honestly, if you made it this far, thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.